Why is it that whenever I decide to film, the neighbors' kids go out and play? I feel like every time it's super quiet and then I'm like, oh, it's a great night to film. And as soon as I'm in my room and I'm getting ready to go, the kids come out and they're playing. So I apologize, you guys, if there is background noise in this video, but I live in an apartment complex and that's the apartment life. But yeah, just wanted to give you that quick little heads up. It's annoying. Hey guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This video is going to be really quick. I wanted to do something a little bit different aside from just my typical client reading videos. I've really been wanting to put some more content on my channel, but I really just haven't had the chance to lately. It's been a really crazy week for me personally. And I just haven't had the chance to really get myself able to sit in front of the camera and do a video for you guys, but I wanted to do one because I get a lot of questions on my blog about how do you stay organized with your readings. So when I first started reading the tarot, and I first started the shop and all that, I wasn't receiving a lot of orders at the time, so really all of that I did was I went through my email. So I just trusted the business email that I have connected for my shop. I would just revert back to those emails when I would be prompted for an order. As time went on, I do receive, you know, a good fair share of reading requests throughout the week. So what do I do to keep organized? Well, I have upgraded because I actually started with a journal. Let me see if I can get it. I started with a business journal. So this was a typical little journal that I purchased at Barnes & Noble for like $7-8. And what I did was I would keep track of the orders that I received, and I kept them all in this book. So this book are basically all of the orders that I received for the month, the year of 2015. And then, of course, for 2016, I wanted to start a whole new book so I could stay organized with that. And so I ventured off into the planners. So this is a nice little planner that I purchased from Target for like $16. And so what I do is I have my printouts of all of the receipts that I have for the Store Envy orders. It's just like I'm trying to get organized so that I can, you know, be nice and organized for the tax man next year. Don't want to have that be a disaster. So aside from printing out all of the receipts and stuff for each of the Store Envy orders, I do have this little planner. And so what I do is I write down my orders in the planner. So I don't really have anything personal in here. It's basically the client's name. I'll put for the specific day that the order is coming through, I will put the client's name, how much the order is for, and what type of a reading it is. I also write down whether it is a video reading or if it's an email reading. I like to keep track of that as well because I don't always open my emails, or I don't always open the Store Envy website to see what the order is. I trust what I write in here, and so I keep track of that. So for example, I have an order for February 12th. I had an order for an Otherworld reading, and then I put in parentheses email. So I know that, okay, so this reading is for this person. It's an Otherworld reading, and it's an email reading, so I know I'm going to be typing it up, not filming it. The other thing that I do is I carry a journal here like this where I keep track of all of the spreads that I use for the readings. So I have a spreads journal. This is the one I started 2 years ago. I create all of my tarot spreads that I use for my readings. Every once in a while, I will use like the Celtic Cross, or I will use the 3-card past, present, future spread. But for the most part, every spread that I use for my shop for the Cackling Moon is created by me. And so that's what's inside this lovely journal. I just have spread after spread after spread that I created. And it's a resource for me to revert back to when I am figuring out the spread for the particular reading. So let's say I am doing that Otherworld reading. I know that I have that Otherworld spread in here, and I just go and find it, and then I have it set up. So a lot of times in my video readings, you guys will notice that I have a book open. That is because I have my spreads journal open, and I will revert back to that particular reading so that I can remember the placements for that. So as you can see, I have a whole bunch that I have created. I also write down like ideas for readings, ideas, you know, and price points for new spreads that I haven't put up in the shop yet. So definitely, I highly recommend getting a journal. Like I said, I get all of my journals from Barnes & Noble. You can find them for super cheap. And keeping track of your spreads through the journals. And then also get yourself a planner. This planner is so simple. Like I said, I found it at Target. And a planner, you can keep track of when your readings come in. You can write them down. And then what I like to do is I will highlight each reading as I finish it. And sometimes I will run out of space. So like I'll have a sale going on for a certain day, and I would have, like, for April Fool's, April 1st, I did a sale for my Layers of Me readings, and I had so many orders come in that I ran out of space, so I had to literally staple another separate page in here. So you get crafty as well. The thing that I like about this planner from Target is that the slots, let me show one that doesn't have any orders on it. The slots where you can write down, they are horizontal, so it's not like a calendar. It's not like a tiny little calendar, although there are calendars in here like this. But it's not a tiny little calendar like that, so you don't have to squeeze it all in a tiny little square. There are the horizontal views of the months, so each day, and it gives a lot of space for you to write, especially if all you're doing is you're just writing down the client's name, how much the reading is, and what kind of a reading it is. It's really simple. Every once in a while, I will write down the question that the client will ask. Like I said, so I don't have to go search for their email. But I have in the past, I've printed off those emails where the client will email me privately with a particular question, but I don't personally have a printer here at home, so it just became too tedious for me. So what I like to do is I write a note to see email, or I'll write down the question real fast if it wasn't a lengthy question, and I'll write it inside the book. So I have found that keeping the planner is very helpful. It's nice, and it keeps me organized. But again, if you are like me and you create the spreads for your readings, it's really handy to keep them all in the same book so you have something to revert back to. So my spreads journal and my business book are with me every single day, because if a reading comes in that day, I like to write it in, so I make sure I have it, and that is how I stay organized. If you guys have any questions, leave me some questions down below, and I hope that this kind of shared some light on just the way that I keep organized with my business, and I hope it helps you out. If you have any questions, let me know, and I wish you all a good weekend. We're in the weekend. Sorry I look crazy, you guys. Like I said, it's been a long week, so I've literally been super casual and like barely any makeup, and so I really wanted to put a different video out there. I'm going to be filming client readings tonight, so you'll be seeing more of those, but I wanted to have a video where it was like my face and you guys can see me, and I hope to have more of those videos in the future for you guys, so be on the lookout. But anyways, until then, I will see you guys later. Bye, guys.